Hey everyone, welcome to another week of the Nerders. I'm Rich.
And I'm Nick.
And this is the Over Beer channel. So of course we are having our show over a beer. What are we drinking this week?
Well, this week from the fine ladies and gentlemen over at the Weyerbacher Brewery, we have 19. That's what it's called. It's a wheat ale brewed with mango.
19.
So I have
Just barely legal.
no idea.
Barely there.
Yes. Ready?
Cheers.
I don't know how I feel about mango. Wow, that's fruity.
It's very fruity. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
We'll see. We'll see how it grows on it.
We may yell at Dana later. Dana picked this one out for
She
us. So we may have a chat with her.
It's interesting.
I don't dislike it. It's got this.
It
It's
is
got
very
this
interesting.
court jester on it. Like he has this look on his face.
Yeah, we looked up this brewery after.
Can't really
Their
trust him.
slogan is "The Jester is in."
He's up to
I like
something.
that. I like the cap.
Yeah, the caps are cool.
The little bell from his little.
Yeah, maybe we'll Instagram.
Yeah.
Over underscore
We'll
A underscore
Instagram it.
beer.
Which we do on Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us on that.
Mhm.
We'll save the rest for the end, like we always do. All right, so it's a new week.
It's a new week, so we got some news.
We do
We got
have
some
news.
hot news for us.
Yeah.
Hot off the presses, if there's presses anymore. Hot off the webs.
Yeah, there's still. Remember the press in what was that James Bond movie? Tomorrow Never
I don't know if I
Dies.
saw that one.
Never saw
Oh,
Tomorrow-
which one's that? Is that
Pierce
the
Brosnan?
is it the last one that he did?
Michelle Yeoh, whatever her name is. No, that's Twine. The world's not now.
Oh, okay.
No, that's That Another Day.
That other day's
Wow.
what I'm thinking of.
But Tomorrow Never Dies. The villain is like the owner of that newspaper company, and a guy falls in the press, and then the blood goes up. And
I don't know if I've
Bond,
seen
Bond
that.
makes some joke like, I don't know, like that's blood in the ink or something like that. Something.
Sounds like a Bond thing.
Anyway, we do have news.
Okay, cool.
Some
What do
cool
we got? What do we
news.
got?
Well, I still have the news from the last time I did it. You want to go through those again? From like 2 weeks ago?
What?
What? You want to go over this week's news?
I want to go over this week's news.
Oh, okay. I still had from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you have your old notes.
Yeah, my old
I mean, if you want, we can rehash it and see
Alright.
if we've had some
We
updates.
talked about the Dark Tower. And,
Yeah. Did you
all
start
right.
reading that yet?
Well, maybe.
Oh, okay. Find out tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah. All right. First bit of news.
Okay.
A movie was supposed to come out by the time people are watching this
Mhm.
from Paramount Pictures, The Little Prince,
Yes.
an animated adaptation of the classic children's book. Very popular movie already in Europe, has already made over $100 million.
Mhm.
And at the literal last minute, Paramount said, nope, we're not going to release it. Dropped it.
That was the weirdest thing.
And I was really
It was a
upset.
week before it's
Have you ever
released.
read The Little Prince? It is
Maybe a long time ago.
one of my all-time favorites.
Really?
So good. I was very excited for this movie. It looked beautiful.
Mm.
The U.S. version of the cast is excellent. Paul Rudd, I believe Emily Blunt, Jeff Bridges, a bunch
Wow.
of people. Paramount was like, no, we're all set.
Well, okay, so it's a U.S. cast. So what country is this from?
The book is French. The movie
Okay.
is, I believe, French
Just
as well.
French. Okay.
But anyway,
Did they ever say why?
no, they just decided not to.
Like, eh.
I don't even know how you do that. Like, I guess that because we live in a digital age, this can happen. Because this couldn't have happened a week before release if we still had film in theaters.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't make 3,000.
But you've already
frames of
spent the
film.
money to redub it and do all the stuff. Why not just
Certainly
put it
to
out?
acquire it. They might not have actually paid for it. They might have just
Okay.
done distribution.
Okay.
Um,
But still, you think they? Well, we've paid for it. We might as well just put it out there, and
You would
if
think.
it goes to die, it goes to die. They'll make more money in a couple theaters than sitting on their shelf.
yeah, but
Or I guess they dropped it.
they
so
dropped
wouldn't
it.
be.
They dropped it entirely, which was really sad. I was actually like really upset about it. I was like, man, that movie looked great, but the saviors that they are, the superheroes that they are, Netflix swooped in.
Mm-hmm.
They will be. It is now a Netflix exclusive, and it will be debuting on Netflix at some point this year.
Cool.
So
Probably sooner rather than later, I'd imagine.
it's interesting that we now live in a world. We didn't talk about it, I believe, last week, but the next Will Smith David Ayer movie is
Mhm.
going to be a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
A Will Smith big cop movie from David Ayer, director of Training Day. When he makes a cop movie, people take note of, or not director, but writer of Training Day.
Mhm.
Now, movies are getting dropped and just picked up by Netflix. all the TV stuff they do. Like,
Yeah,
crazy. We live in a different time.
definitely.
That's for sure. Do you have any
It's
other
exciting
thoughts on
time.
that?
No, I mean, I think it's cool that Netflix is,
Yeah, absolutely.
doing stuff like this.
All right, so there were two huge pieces of news this week. One involving video games,
Okay.
one involving movies. Which would you like to do first?
Let's do the gaming one first.
All right, so we finally know, sort of, when PSVR, PlayStation VR,
Yep.
is coming out and how much it will cost, kind of.
Yeah.
So we now know that it is going to come out in October,
Mm-hmm.
unspecified date, and that it will cost $399.
Yep.
So, thoughts?
I'm in.
You're in.
I texted you like as
You
soon as I texted you as soon as it dropped, and I was
Cat's
like,
out of the bag.
yeah, whatever. But I mean, like, was like, I didn't know if you had seen it or you were like following the live tweet.
I had
The Verge was live updating because it wasn't the press conference wasn't streamed anywhere.
when you texted me, I did not know.
Okay, so yeah, so they announced and I texted you right away. I was like, October 2016, $399. I'm in. That's it. I was in.
Yeah, it's a great price. So the price comes with some stipulations.
Yes.
You need the PlayStation camera
Mhm.
for it to work.
Yeah.
I don't
Which
have one.
I don't have one. It's the suggested retail price is $60, but like right now it's on Amazon for $40 or something.
Right, and then the Move. You don't need Move controllers for
But
every
there's
game.
probably
but for
gonna
most
be-
games you need two Move controllers,
Mhm.
which I don't also
I
have.
don't have either.
Most people don't.
Mhm. There's a
So-
reason people don't have move control.
Right, and then I saw, I don't know if it's true, but on a Facebook group I'm in, I think we're both in it, somebody posted that the day after this, the GameStop used price for those went up by $20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds
not
about
shocking. but-
No, sounds like a
Um,
GameStop move.
Yeah, exactly. So in all actuality, it's probably going to end up costing $499 plus plus the cost of a PlayStation 4 if you don't already have
Yeah.
one.
Well, it's funny you say that because they announced today PlayStation. Because I have been checking Amazon repeatedly since
Mhm.
this has been announced. I have been sitting on like their blog because they had like a page that's like come back here, for pre-order updates and waiting and following PlayStation on Twitter and trying. So they announced today, today or yesterday, the March 22nd. So the day after this will air. So you guys still have time to be ready for it. At 7 a.m. Pacific time, so 10 a.m. our time, it is going to be up for pre-order at participating retailers. I would imagine Amazon's, Best Buys, things like
Right,
that.
yeah. GameStop.
They're doing a bundle, PSVR, the camera, 2 Move controllers, and then the PlayStation VR World.
What's that?
I think it's like a collection, kind of like what the tech demos were going to be, like
Okay.
London Heist and things like that,
Sure.
for $4.99.
Oh, okay.
So,
So I was right.
yeah.
Okay, so you texted, like you said, you texted me, you're in.
Mhm.
You're gonna be 10 a.m. that Tuesday.
Oh, I'm ready.
There is a 100% chance that I am not.
Well, yeah.
No. Not because I won't be there I won't be in town. I won't be in the country to do that pre-order.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not getting it in October.
That's fine. See, my thing is, I would rather put my pre-order on Amazon, get it in. That way, if I change my mind down the road, I can cancel it. That way,
Oh, yeah, sure.
it's worth it just to have on Amazon, where I can I'm not charged and I can cancel it anytime.
Yeah, that
Put it
makes
in
sense.
and hold
We're gonna have a more full discussion on
Yeah.
PlayStation
So
VR.
you want to cut that there then?
Well, yeah, I would just
Okay.
say, like, if for some reason you can't watch, I don't want people to think that I'm against VR. I actually
Sure.
think VR sounds really cool. There's just no chance that I'm going to be an early adopter on this for a variety of reasons. But I do think it's really cool. I think that price is great.
Yeah.
In comparison, even if you include the other two things that you need and the cost of a PlayStation 4, it's still cheaper probably than,
Yeah, because
than an Oculus.
the Oculus I think is $600.
Plus you need
And then
like,
plus you need a
quality.
really good computer. Like they were doing a bundle with Oculus and a computer to run it for $1,500.
Yeah.
And then there's the Vive.
Yeah.
HTC Vive is $800.
Right. And
You would need a computer
Exactly,
on top
same
of that to
thing.
run it too.
And this works with something that we already both have.
Yep. That you don't have to worry about.
PlayStation,
And you know,
et cetera, et cetera.
you don't have to go to the store, okay, I want to get an Oculus. Crap, there's my computer running, you get it home. You know out of the box that this is going to work with PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you, with whatever you have, and you're good to go.
Absolutely. So, for more thoughts on VR.
Yeah, stay tuned. On Wednesday, we'll have our full discussion up, and
So, but I guess we'll save the other big news for the last story.
oh,
2 other quick things about
Okay.
the same thing. Civil War. Since the last time we recorded, we got the new Civil War trailer.
Yep.
I believe at some point last week we actually talked about the idea of would they hold out on Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't.
Nope.
We have now
They did
seen
not.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. He's there.
Along with
Underoos.
some other stuff, some more Black Panther action. Definitely, I don't think that the new trailer gave anything more about the story away that we didn't already know.
No, not really.
It's sort of the same stuff, but more edited between the dynamic between Tony and Steve, whereas the first trailer was the dynamic between Steve and Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the new trailer. You're not a fan of the way that they introduced Spider-Man,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
But what do you think of Spider-Man, and why do you feel that way?
Well, all right. First of all, I thought the trailer was great overall. Like, up until that point, I was like, I am so in on this movie. This movie looks awesome. I don't know. It feels cheap. It feels like a really cheap reveal that would have been so much more impactful if they had left it for the movie. And they just, you know, they put a little bit of Black Panther in there, which I wish they would have saved. But okay, you want to. Oh yeah,
I'm
we have
assuming
Black
there's a
Panther.
lot more in them.
Oh, I'm sure.
But both of them.
But then it's just like the reveal in the trailer feels really cheap. It's like this little kind of tag at the end, and it's this really crappy ADR that's kind of put over it, and I'm just it just doesn't do it. I was like,
I agree with you.
Okay.
But then, here's what I would say: if you genuinely wanted to not see Spider-Man, then you could have just not watched the trailer.
sure.
What is, like, I agree that it would be cooler to see Spider-Man. Who knows if that's even the first moment that he's in the movie? Probably not.
Yeah.
But it would have been more awesome to wait and to see him, or to wait for that moment. But that goes with everything in every trailer, in most cases, right? What would be the monetary benefit for Disney and Marvel not to show
No, I
Spider-Man?
agree. Like, you know, going to the side discussion with somebody else, and they were like, "No, I don't think he's going to be in it." And I'm like, "This is the biggest hook that they've got for this.
Yeah.
Is they have Spider-Man now in their universe. Everyone come out and see it.
Use
Because people like us, people who follow movies, who are really into this stuff and keep up with it, already know Spider-Man's going to be in it. But the general population, the general like movie-going public who's like, oh, I go and see a couple movies a year, whatever, may not follow that and know
Right.
that. So, on one side, yes, I get it that this is a huge get for them and they're going to want to use it to get people in, but at the same time, and this can be another discussion for the day too, is I'm sick of these superhero trailers showing as much as they do.
No, I agree with
And I, like, there's so much in that trailer that I'm like, do they really need to show this? Is this, like, I'm tired of it.
But-
And it would have been so much better if they'd saved his reveal.
It goes beyond getting butts in the seats for the movie. They show Spider-Man for about 3 seconds.
Sure.
So really, the big thing is you see his new costume, and it's exciting, and people will go see this movie maybe sooner than they would have.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that. The marketing, not the marketing, but the merchandise. Are they just gonna not have anything Spider-Man related until well after, like
Yeah.
they did with Spoilers Ray with a lightsaber? Like, it's still impossible to find stuff because they held that out.
Yeah.
But like, they have like what? I mean, like, they have to sell that stuff.
Do they get that merchandising though?
I,
How does that work with their deal with
We'll
Sony?
find out. It's unclear. Like, we've already seen all the waves of early toys, of Funko stuff, and
Yeah.
all that. And Spider-Man wasn't included in any of that. And the question was, is he not included, or are they holding it out until they
Mhm.
show us? I guess we'll know. If they don't make any Spider-Man Civil War stuff, then it'll be clear.
Yeah.
But they had to show him. I'm
But
not
see,
upset about it.
you like into Star Wars, but if they had shown that shot of her, or a scene of that in like the Force Awakens trailers with her with the lightsaber, that moment loses the impact that it has, because you know what's coming. You're waiting for that to happen.
But you see, Star Wars is in a position where they didn't have to show that moment. Marvel is in a position, in a way, when you think about it, Age of Ultron underperformed compared to Avengers. It's not like these movies are not popular anymore.
Yeah.
They're still very popular, but they've reached a plateau.
Sure.
And I think that this is a huge movie. It's leading into Infinity War. It's
Mhm.
leading into Phase 3. I think that they want to show, like, hey, we're still one of the huge guns.
But I feel like they've already got the trailer on its own would have been enough to be like, here's
But would it?
everything that
Ultron didn't break the record
But
that Avengers
Ultron was
had.
different. This is all the tension that we've been building for X movies is finally blowing up. And these people that you've kind of watched have this weird dynamic, and they've sort of clashed, and they're sort of friends, and there's this and that. It's finally like this to me feels more like an Avengers movie than the lead up to Ultron did.
Oh, I agree. I can't wait for this. I really cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I am more excited for this than I was for Ultron.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So anyway, that's but there is one other story about Civil War.
Okay.
The Russos, who are the directors, revealed that the post-credit scenes that are so common in Marvel movies. Occasionally, there's two, one halfway through, one at the end. Apparently, there might be three on this movie. So I guess my question is, when is there too many post-credit scenes? Because that sounds crazy.
I mean, it depends, I guess, how they do it.
Apparently, there's going to be one that's like the post-credit scene to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be one that somehow leads into something with Phase 3, and then one that leads into Infinity War. That's what they suggested.
Okay. Like it's become a weird way for them to sort of do these little tie-ins that they can't quite fit into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, well, we want to show whatever happening, but there's no real logical way of putting it in. So let's just slide this, like the end of was it Winter Soldier where Bucky is going through the museum?
Mm-hmm.
Like this show was like, there's no real place in this movie to fit this scene in, but this is going to lead us somewhere else. So let's just kind of put that in there. Or you have stuff like the end of Guardians at the end of the first Avengers where it's just kind of a silly, like, gag.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, the shawarma, or the end of Iron Man 3 where he's just been telling...
Yeah.
I would not mind if they went away from doing the jokey things.
Okay.
Maybe in Guardians, that's fine. Like, you have Howard the Duck. Like, keep Guardians 2 can have a fun one. But it would be really weird to me if at the end of this movie, when presumably maybe some characters might die, or it looks super serious, right? Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do something like jokey, like they all go out for tacos, like that would be weird.
Well, sure.
I hope that there's nothing like that.
But I mean, it fit, like you said, fit with Guardians, and it even kind of fit with the Avengers, just because,
it was a light, fun one.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it on Ultron, which also fit. That was a way more serious movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 Sting. I don't want just another thing of Thanos being like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like
it needs to be something more meaningful.
Whatever Infinity War is, it better be more
Mm-hmm.
leading into that movie than him just going, because he's already said like, I'll do it myself, right?
Something
at the
like
end
that.
of Guardians, right?
No,
Or was it Ultron?
It was Ultron, because
Ultron,
Guardians was
yeah.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, right.
It's the thing too. It's like, was this part of the movie? Was this one? Was that one? But if you're at that point now where you're already staying to the end of the Marvel movie because there's always something coming, so why not put as much?
I always find it
as
so
many-
odd when people don't stay now at the end of Marvel movies. I'm like,
It's like, don't you
know?
Even
what this
Deadpool,
is?
I was like,
if
it's
you
still
don't
a Marvel
care,
movie. Like,
if you don't care, then why are you here?
Yeah.
Like at this point. All right, last story.
Okay.
Last story of the week. Disney and Lucasfilm this week announced that in 2019,
Yep.
Indiana Jones 5,
Yep.
with Harrison Ford, with Steven Spielberg as
back.
director, and now we know with David Koepp as screenwriter. The
He's
guy
been
who
on-
wrote Jurassic Park.
Okay.
He was one of the co-screenwriters on Crystal Skull. He's the writer-director of Mordecai. He's done some decent stuff, but Mordecai's not one of them. This movie is coming. This movie is happening. They are doing another Indiana Jones, which we always knew was going to happen. They're not doing an Indiana Jones reboot, which a lot of people thought would happen. Thoughts?
I'm in. I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. Lucas's name was kept out of any press release whatsoever, whether that's because they want to keep it out of there and he actually is a part of it, or because he's not a part.
He's
because
not a part of
okay. That's what I figured. But I was just putting both options out there.
Right.
Um,
Also kept out Shia LaBeouf.
Yep. No Shia LaBeouf.
No Mutt.
No Mutt Williams. But I'm on board. You know, people give a lot of crap for Crystal Skull. I don't hate Crystal Skull.
No, that movie is awful.
I don't think it's great, but I don't hate it. I'm not sitting there like there are good moments in it. There's a lot of stuff to not like.
That movie is terrible, in
But-
my opinion.
Having said that, getting to see the way Harrison Ford stepped back in so well to the Han Solo role with Force Awakens gives me hope that he can still pull off Indiana Jones as well. And having Lucas out of it also
Yeah.
gives me more hope, because it wasn't Spielberg who was like, yeah, we screwed up with Crystal Skull.
Yeah, he's
Blah,
been
blah,
very
blah.
open. I was at a Comic-Con panel with Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson for Tintin.
Okay.
And when they brought Spielberg out, they did this whole thing, retrospective of his career video that was really awesome. And then he came out and he was answering some questions, and he was like, "I'm sorry about Crystal Skull." Like he basically like he would, and in the past he said like, you know, I didn't want there to be aliens, like this and that. Basically outwardly saying like the story by credit from George Lucas is kind of what didn't work about
Yeah.
the movie.
And so now that Lucas is out of there,
Yeah, I'm excited for this movie. I don't think that they would do this way if they didn't have the right intentions. I
Yeah.
trust Lucasfilm. I trust Disney. I trust Spielberg. I trust Kathleen Kennedy heading Lucasfilm. Force Awakens showed that we can trust them. I think that they're going to handle Crystal Skull just like they handled the prequels.
it's just like
Acknowledge that it was there, but just constantly say that they're going to try and recapture the magic of the originals, blah, blah, blah. I think that they're going to try what they did with Shia LaBeouf again, some sort of a sidekick to pass it on to.
I'm telling you,
It could be a girl.
Get Short Round back in there.
It would be awesome. Honestly, if, you know, maybe not the same actor, that kid from Goonies and Short Round, nobody knows his name. Sure, somebody does. His mom.
He's Short Round, no matter what.
It would be really cool to see someone that is an Asian male get such a huge thing like
Yeah,
that.
get like I can't remember his name from Walking Dead.
Yeah, everybody, wasn't that like a thing for a while? It was like trending that he was Short Round. I remember that was like, and he had to come out and be like, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
But
Or
his name's Steven Yeun.
yeah, that's what his name. You get So there were some rumors going around. This isn't part of your news of Daisy Ridley being up for Tomb Raider. Called it. I called it on the show.
Yes,
you can look
that's
back
true. Yeah,
at
that's
one of our
right.
links on YouTube. So you cast her as his sidekick. She as Laura Croft in
Yeah.
Indiana Jones movie,
That would be cool.
and then she gets the spin-off, and then that's the Tomb Raider.
That would be awesome. That'd be
Boom!
cool.
Lucasfilm, Disney,
Or
you got this.
if they
Roll
want
with
to
it.
keep with the tradition of Star Wars, after Harrison Ford was Han Solo, he got Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Poe Dameron is the Han Solo of the new trilogy. Make him the protege.
That'd be interesting to see Oscar Isaac doing like an
It'd
Indiana
be cool.
Jones.
You could see it. I could totally see it. But anyway, that's the news for the week. What did we miss? What didn't we cover? Are you excited about the stuff we talked about? Are you going to get, is $399 the price tag you wanted for PlayStation VR? Stay tuned for that discussion later on this week. And just watch our tweets and stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official. And you can also email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. We're on Facebook as well at facebook.com/overbeer. And on Instagram now, over_a_beer. You can find all kinds of little updates. We're going to start doing some new fun things on our Instagram. So keep an eye out for that. We're on YouTube as well. Obviously, that's probably how you're watching this, through a YouTube video, unless some other site has somehow ripped it and put it on their video site, which I
heard they show this in North Korea.
Yeah.
That's true.
Heavily edited.
Yeah.
We talk about the leader a lot in that version.
Yeah.
But we don't have a URL for that, so like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and then we can get one and give it to you. But I guess that's going to wrap it up for the day. So till next time, drink up.